Oh, guys, guys, what? Oh, that must be the worst feeling. No further investigation. George Russell, for a false start and being out of position, he did look a little bit far forward. He was certainly angled a bit, but the stewards have said that's absolutely fine, so no penalty coming his way.
You've obviously seen there was some kind of contact back to his front tire. This is going to be scary for Norris.
Lando certainly thought that there was a problem, and then... Oh.
So... They're very good on the brakes around the outside, but now he's going to get pinched up against the barrier by Oscar Piastri teammate. And this is where Gasly steams past on the right-hand side. And that few seconds can wreck your afternoon.
And you mentioned Sergio Perez up in the 14th place at one stage. He's been into the pits now. He's been noted too for a false start and being out of position. So we'll keep you posted on that. So whilst we've been talking about that, the gap is now 4 seconds. So it was 4 seconds. Kimi Antonelli trying to make this race all by himself against the clock. And so far, the Ferraris haven't got an answer to it. Hamilton the second, McLaren third, but strategy will come into play as we carry on. Hulkenberg up then into 12th with Max Verstappen's retirement here, chasing Carlos Sainz, who's chasing Alex Albon for the final points position.
Yeah, so normally what we can often see here is the leader is actually very slow, and they just back the whole pack up, keeps it tight, and it doesn't generate a gap in there anywhere for somebody to nip in the pits, get some fresh tyres and undercut you, go faster on the route lap. But at the moment they're not playing that game, although Antonelli, it's almost like they've just said to him, okay, that'll do for now, 4-second lead, let's just balance this for now.
One thing that he might be trying to do is to get far enough ahead of Charles Leclerc so that if he does have to pit before Leclerc, he's not going to come out behind him, because Leclerc could then put the anchors on a bit for his team, and that played havoc with Mercedes' strategy.
Absolutely, especially as Ferrari are sitting there with two cars against one, effectively. If they want to start playing games, playing tactics, using one to slow the pack, and then return that compliment a little bit later on.
Now, we wondered this year with overtake modes and the increased battery energy that you get with that out of the slow corners, whether out of this corner Portier we could get some overtakes done through the tunnel and cars picking up a slipstream, and we're on board with Lando Norris. It's just a bit too far behind the Alpine in front. Behind that, Nico Hulkenberg is much closer to Carlos Sainz, and I wonder if he's got half a chance, but going into the chicane has to stick behind the Williams again.
The problem is when you're this close to another driver, your reference points disappear. You can't see curves.